Ooh.
If you want to.
Ooh. Gen Z group, yes.
Welcome to the Gen Z Collective podcast, decoding the generation that moves at warp speed.
You may not be able to tell, but I'm not Gen Z. That being said, Gen Z is the largest generation in history, and they're on track to be the highest spending in history, which is why it's so important as the head of strategy in the US that we understand them so that brands can connect to them in authentic ways. I'm here with two of these fantastic Gen Zs in our office.
Hi guys, I'm Rob.
And I'm Grace.
We all know 5 Gen Z personas at Citizen. It comes from our Gen Z collective research. Which of the personas do you resonate most with and why?
I would say that I'm definitely a value vigilante. I'm pretty cautious on my spending, although I do like to treat myself to something small as a little reward from time to time. And I definitely take recommendations from my friends and family over influencers.
I think I'm more of a status architect. I'm always looking for the next best thing. I love like a premium product, and I love a good Euro summer.
You guys are dialed into the social media algorithms, but you're also quick to call it a brand for being inauthentic or trying too hard to jump on a trend late. Can you share a specific brand or campaign that successfully won you over? What made their approach feel genuine rather than just a transparent cultural bandwagon move?
So I recently moved, and my roommate and I were looking for a couch. And cautious spending is a value vigilante. And then my friend from college actually recommended this couch, Cozy, and noticed it was starting to check off all the boxes with like easy setup and machine washable covers, and they had like storage ottomans, and that's great because we don't have any closets. So I soon realized that this was going to be the perfect fit.
I'm not very quick to just purchase anything that I see on social media. As we know, like influencers are very quick to just do like a branded post, but it doesn't always really feel authentic to them. I feel like naturally the content that I'm served is more in like maybe like fashion and apparel space. So in that regard, the people that I follow and I take cues from, I feel like they're also status architects. So I truly like trust their opinions and their values. A brand that I really like right now that won me over through Instagram was Salt Murphy. I'm actually wearing their top right now. I thought, why not wear it for the recording? And also Palomo Spain is like an affordable luxury brand, which is a little bit more on like the higher end side, but also like I'm paying attention to them now because I see that the people that I follow and that I like are also posting about it. And it doesn't really feel like an ad or a campaign, it just feels like they're actually wearing it. And I'm like, okay, I would like to wear it as well. So, yeah.
Once a brand gets you to buy, keeping your loyalty is a whole different ballgame. We know factors like nostalgia, affordability, quality play a huge role. Tell me about one brand that you are consistently loyal to and what specific things that brand does that keeps you from switching to a competitor or a cheaper dupe.
For me personally, I would say my perfume, Jo Malone, specifically the English pear scent. I actually have some on right now.
Ooh.
If you want to.
Ooh, okay. I love it. Approved. Gen Z approved, yes.
But
Going to buy some.
kind of relating back to my value vigilante, my mom and grandma and aunt and sister all wore Jo Malone growing up. So I think when I was getting older, I just kind of went to Jo Malone knowing I had like so many great memories because everyone in my family wore it. So it kind of just takes me back to my childhood. So I really like that. And New York City commutes can be very tough, and I like that it stays on throughout the day. It just kind of makes me feel fresh.
I would say in one way that I think I'm a little different from other status architects is although I like to get like the next best thing, I also am not very loyal to one specific brand. I've seen myself more as kind of like a collector. Like I like to just try new things or even old things. My favorite things sometimes are like, secondhand, vintage shopping is where I really lean into, when I'm looking for something new and fun. But I would say when it comes to skincare, I feel very loyal. Some of my favorite brands like Peter Thomas Roth or like La Roche-Posay, like a super affordable, easy one. I'll always go back to them. And Aquaphor is really sent from heaven to earth for me and has saved my life multiple times. So yeah, I don't switch up when it comes to beauty and skincare because if you're good at beauty and wellness, then it speaks for itself. It doesn't have to be like a special ad. It just, the quality is just well known. If you know, you know.
Gen Z isn't afraid to hold powerful companies accountable, and being out of touch is a massive deal breaker, especially when there are so many other options to shop these days. What is a recent brand ick that caused you to completely lose trust, and what action did you take following the ick?
recently, Tarte, they got a lot of backlash for their brand trips that they had influencers on. And just during a time where economics were tough for people, they were flying a ton of influencers out to these islands, which to me just kind of missed the mark. And I felt it signals a lack of awareness and just made it hard for me to relate to their messaging. So I would say that for me, it's just like not being aware of their surroundings.
Echoing Grace's point about sometimes brands feeling super out of touch, the first one that came to mind was Blake Lively's hair care brand. I think it's called Blake Brown. What I remember most about the marketing campaign is that she was launching it during the time of It Ends With Us, that movie, which we know touched on like domestic violence issues, and she got a lot of backlash because, rightfully so, she was kind of using it to punt this new hair care line to the forefront of the narrative around the movie, when really it's like, is this really your space to play? Does this feel founded in anything other than just, you want to sell some shampoo because you have some hair? The antithesis to this for me is someone like Beyonce, who has their Sacred Hair Care line, which is based on a long history of her mother being a salon owner, or even like her liquor, Sir Davis, which is a whiskey, because her uncle was known for, I think, brewing a moonshine or some sort of liquor. So either way, there's always a story or like an authentic purpose behind the products that she brings to market that I think makes me a little bit more interested in them.
Sure.